Everyone, hope you're doing super duper good. I'm here with a travelogue of the Venice of the East, that is Alleppey. This is the 5th district I travel from the Kanyakumari to Gokarna tour. Alappuzha needs no introduction, known for its intricate network of canals, backwaters, beaches and lagoons. Alappuzha is well connected by road, rail and water. The nearest railway station is Alappuzha railway station, located within the city. The nearest airport is Cochin International Airport. Alappuzha is also accessible by bus and private vehicles with good road connectivity to major cities in Kerala. The backwaters connect the town of Alleppey with smaller fishing villages and hamlets as well as the mighty Vembanad Lake. Alappuzha is a landmark between the broad Arabian Sea and a network of rivers flowing into it. Kuttanadu, the rice bowl of Kerala, with the unending stretches of paddy fields, small streams and canals with lush green coconut palms, was well known even from the early periods of Sangam age. History says Alappuzha had trade relations with ancient Greece and Rome in BC and in the Middle Ages. Enough of encyclopedia, let me get to the travel story now. We covered Alleppey from one end to other. First we got down at Chenganur railway station, got a very decent stay in Amden Residency, which is just 200 meters away from the station. They allowed an early check-in so we could start the tour right from the morning after a fresh shower at the hotel and a yummy South Indian breakfast just next to the hotel. We requested hotel for an auto to go to Pandavan Para, which was first in our list. It is believed to have been the hideout of the Pandavas very near to Chenganur. A temple at the hilltop is dedicated to the Pandavas and has Lord Krishna as the presiding deity. There are several curious rock structures like those shaped like a frog and like the musical instrument Pandalam. The temple was closed when we reached, but we had a quick walk around the rocks and jumped back in the auto. It was getting really hot. The driver said it was Sabarimala season and that was the time they carried jewels from God Ayyappa from a place called Pandalam. It was not in my list and I had no clue about such a ritual. Since we had time and have an auto booked for us, we decided to give a visit. The story is, the Pandalam family traditionally holds custody of the Tiruvabharanam, the Lord Ayyappa's sacred ornaments, which are displayed during the annual pilgrimage season. The term Pandalam Sabarimala jewels most accurately refers to this set of sacred ornaments. At the end of the pilgrimage season, the Tiruvabharanam is carried in a sacred procession from the Pandalam Palace to the Sabarimala temple to be placed on the deity. The Tiruvabharanam was offered to the deity at Sabarimala by King Rajasekhara Varma of the royal family of erstwhile Pandalam, who is believed to be the foster father of Lord Ayyappa. There was a long queue to enter into the palace where the ornaments were displayed. It was a well organized queue system though. It took an hour more to complete the visit, but yes, we well utilized the morning hours which we otherwise would have spent sleeping in the room. We packed a couple of traditional Ayyappa prasadams from the counter and headed back to room. We took a quick nap. We were tired due to the heat already. It was a bit late for lunch and you won't find meals after 2:30 or so in restaurants out there. We managed to get some Kerala parota and curry. We had long bus journey planned for the rest of the day. The KSRTC bus stand was within walkable distance. Our next target was National Cartoon Museum in Kayamkulam. It is dedicated to the life and work of the political cartoonist Sri Shankar. It is also known as the Shankar Memorial Museum and serves as a tribute to his legacy with a collection of his cartoons, drawings and tools. One tip is visit any government museums and parks before 4 o'clock in the evening. We were a bit late and the gate was closed just before we arrived. We missed to visit the place. On the way back, we visited a few temples in Kandiur, Mannar and Paramala. Tip number 2. If you are dependent on public transport, finish it all before 7 p.m. Buses will be very rare after that. We were not getting direct buses to Chenganur, so we took a bus to Tiruvalla and then Chenganur. Tiruvalla is a busy town and you get buses till late night, a safe option. A disappointing evening without a tea break had already made me tired. Got some dinner packed on the way to room. That ended day 1 of the trip. Day 2 started with so much excitement thinking about the backwaters of Alleppey. We took a bus to Alappuzha town. We had booked a houseboat for overnight stay with Venice houseboats via Make My Trip. It was booked as recommended by my travel partner. I was about to book through one of my contacts a personal houseboat which would have almost costed me the same amount. But considering the safety and fun, we decided to go with Venice, which is big, hosting many families together. From the town, we took an auto to the boarding point of the boat. We had to use Google Maps. It was not easy to reach there. We had to wait for some time. The boat was not ready. Once we boarded, it was fun. The room was so beautiful. In some time, a lot of guests rushed in, and those were the ones who had booked a day trip in the houseboat. It became so crowded suddenly. At lunch and then sitting area, all were crowded. The ride via Vembanad Lake was lovely though. It was a different experience. They docked the boat in the evening. We could step out for a walk. I felt it's unsafe to walk around, but we had a quick fresh walk and returned to the boat. Spent the night by reading and sitting in the upper floor. It was so peaceful to sleep over the water. The food was very average, but of good quality. I woke up early to click some pics of sunrise and birds. They did an hour boating again. It was already sunny. The checkout was not anticipated or my mistake. I didn't check assuming it will be post 11 am like any other hotel. I later heard from the housekeeping that it is at 9 o'clock. So I did a quick shower and got ready to check out. The boat arranged an auto to reach town bus stand. I had a plan to visit Padiramanal Island on the way to our next destination, but it was too hard and my travel partner was already annoyed with the rush. Day 3. From Alleppey town, KSRTC bus stand, we took a bus to Cherthala. We had booked Treebo's Travancore Palace Hotel via booking.com. It is part of old Travancore Palace. The old palace is rebuilt as a restaurant in the compound and is named as Agathalam. I was astonished with the beauty of the architecture, a lovely place to shoot videos and click photos. It was very silent at night and above all, the price is very nominal compared to congested and compact hotel rooms. After sumptuous Kerala meals, we took ample rest. We had to visit 2 temples in and around Cherthala, and the only plan that day was to visit Thaickal beach. I would say skip it. I captured that in my list just because that was the nearest and reachable within our schedule. The nighttime was all the more beautiful to spend in the hotel. Weather was lovely too. The next day, I woke up early to witness the view from the hotel room. There were plenty of birds chirping around. I read book for some time, then had to visit 2 temples in the morning. It was time to check out. There was boating planned, but the scorching sun changed everything. We quickly made a plan to head towards Kumarakom Bird Sanctuary. We got a bus to Cherthala to Kumarakom, a comfortable journey. It is on the way to Kottayam, so the buses are plenty from Cherthala bus stand. The bus stopped right opposite to the park. We kept the luggage in the cloak room and started walking. The tiredness of last 2 days of hectic journey immediately vanished. Kumarakom Bird Sanctuary is spread across 14 acres on the banks of Vembanad Lake, the largest lake in Kerala and one of the longest in India. Vembanad Lake provides a stunning backdrop to the sanctuary. There are different activities such as boating, natural walking, etc. We had a long walk, had a homely meals at the Kudumbashree canteen run by a set of women next to the park. It was time to say tata bye-bye to the Alleppey trip. I took a bus to Cherthala and an auto from there to the station. I boarded a train from the Cherthala railway station. There ends my backwater travel story. Come back to watch my next hill station travel story shortly. Till then, see ya.